Welcome into Garden of Terror, everyone. On the left-hand side, we have the members of our blue team. Talking Trees on the Medivh, Maka on the Sylvanas, Squirrel will be on the Joanna, R2G2 will be on the Ragnaros, and Just In Case on the Lucio. For the right-hand side, we have the members of our red team. Death Strikes will be on that Cassia. Baz, will be on the Tychus. Viv is on the Malfurion. Zero-X on the Mal'Ganis. And we have Nathanatos on the Eric, Balog, and Olaf, the Lost Vikings. Let's check out our level 1s and see what our first engagement will look like. Viking bribery, not surprising. Now, I do want to remind everyone, the Vikings did have the cooldown reduction to camps removed. It used to be, Nova and the Lost Vikings who had that ability. Now it is literally only Nova in the game. I feel like that would have been such a cool tactic, but I wonder if maybe it was just getting too much value at higher ends. I don't know. I can't talk about the past and previous value of the Lost Vikings bribery value, especially at a top tier level, because I don't play at the Grandmaster level. Just at Master, obviously. Ragnaros to go into the top lane to manage at least this Eric. We have Olaf in mid and Balog in bottom. Okay, so a bit of a swap on some of these Vikings. Sometimes people like me, for example, I'll run the Vikings 1, 2, 3 because it's easy for me in my brain. A lot of skilled players will go ahead and actually put the Vikings into different lanes based off of what they're able to maybe do. Like Eric is able to range attack against a Ragnaros. You have Balog who's going to be range attacking as well, and Olaf's kind of anchoring in mid. But I wonder if this anchor from the melee Viking is specifically because the rotations will always be back into mid consistently from our red team. I'm wondering if that is going to be the case in this situation. Joanna gets a great condemn onto a few heroes. There's not enough for a subdue value, and there's no 7 talent here either, but Portal from the Medivh will get a few of these blue members safe and out of this engagement. Medivh working on those baseline Arcane Rift stacks at 9 out of the 40 necessary. As always, like to remind people, if you die as Medivh before you hit that 40 stack, you lose them all. You lose all your stacks and you go back to 0 and you restart. Unless you get like a stack as you start to die, like Kael'thas when they throw the Flame Strike out as they're dying. But Viv is taking a lot of damage right now, trying to back off. But the Ragnaros, actually Lucio snipes the kill. First blood over the side of our blue team. Ragnaros just whittling down the enemy heroes as that's a great push off from Just In Case, setting up another kill into Cassia and the follow-up into the Tychus, just as our first objective spawns here in the lower left side of our map. Low death timers, so this should be all the red members back and available for a team fight. But right now, this is some great control coming out from our blue side, especially with the aggression of that Medivh, who's working on those stacks as noted. 13 out of the 40 necessary. Thanatos sidesteps the Arcane Rift, and Medivh is not. If that Arcane Rift hit, that would have been a dead Balog. Wonderful for the side of the blue team. But Balog's just going to go ahead and Hearth back. We'll be back in just a second. First seed is still up and available. The seed does have global vision per se, so you can see we're on the red team vision. If the blue team were to step into this, as you can see Squirrel doing, they absolutely know who's over there. So they know Joanna on the side of this red team is on the objective. Seems like our red team just will grab some Siege Giants for bottom lane. Cassia pushing out at the top lane as some Siege Giants were grabbed by Ragnaros earlier for that one. Invade onto the camp with the portal from the Medivh. Will be setting up, setting up at least a little bit here, but Zero reads it and goes for the sleep immediately. That Night Rush. Squirrel anchoring on the point. Big shield glare into the Tychus, which is just mitigating any value he can bring to the table. Mal'Ganis goes down. Baz is going to get picked off by the Ragnaros, and the camp invade with the Medivh portal is very good. Also boosting this blue team to level 7 with our next objective spawning in the next 30 seconds in the top right of the map. It isn't Garden Terror, but if the members of our blue team are able to grab this, they'll be in the advantage slot to potentially get it in the third objective. This Viking in bottom lane is being threatened, and it looks like with the Lucio push off, they're going to go on the side of this blue team for more than just a Viking. Looked like they were going for Viv. Squirrel backs off, starts sieging onto the bottom lane fort with the friendly team. Medivh in top lane, harassing more Vikings. That was a Viking in bottom that goes down, a Viking in top that goes down. This blue team is disengaging the root, the sleep, everything's there onto Squirrel. Is there an Iron Skin up and available? Bop from Just In Case to save. Is there a push off from Just In Case? He saves Squirrel, but Squirrel manages, Just In Case will go down, but saves Squirrel. Medivh working on this objective, but realizes it's a bit of an awkward spot right now, and will just leash the camp, which will go back to full health. I'm just waiting here. I'm waiting like patiently to see what the engagement's going to be looking like. So as I said, this is only going to be 2 out of 3 for the side of the blue team. Red team can give this over if they're feeling a little nervous about the engage, but Zero goes for the Night Rush, isn't able to find anyone on the enemy side. Retreat pings are called, Siege Giants go into mid lane. 10 talent here is rounding the corner in favor for the side of our blue team first. We're going to go ahead and cycle through some of those other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, as we've seen our 7 talents for a little bit here. Joanna, I think, was trying to get a subdue. No, they actually didn't go for it at level 7. We'll have to check that talent in just a second. Portal forward for the Medivh, from the Medivh. There's that root underneath. That's what I was talking about. That root underneath the portal is a very, very good just threat tool for the side of our red team. But still, Medivh can just threaten the enemy team with these portals. I actually want to look at this right now. Nathanatos will bribe a camp on the left-hand side to steal that away, the Siege Giants. Unfortunately, it's not like the Dragonshire map. They do attack from range, but it's not like they're attacking from a bush, which means they just get free siege. Just in case wants to really hurt that Viking, and will be able to do so. Ragnaros finds a kill in bottom lane. As I was just jumping down here to see, I was like, ooh, how's that 1v1? Well, it's going in favor of the Fire Lord. Top lane still has siege up against the members of the blue team, but they don't seem to be too concerned. Still just gonna go ahead and invade and steal camps away. This is a map where I'm trying to figure out my brain. I'm like, when's a good time to jump into comms? I think maybe not this objective phase, but maybe the next one. We'll jump into the comms of the aggressors and whoever could potentially get the seed for themselves, just in case is able to get the push off and the sound wave to force back the enemy members. Siege Giants in top lane getting a little bit of value. You can see into the front gate. Into the tower, excuse me, into the gate itself. But this minion wave takes care of the Siege Giants without much loss, really. Lava wave through bottom lane is going to be forcing out those Vikings and making them push out the waves from further back in the lane, as the next objective is up and available in the center of our map. I was like, do we get into comms? Like, no, I'm trying to figure out when's the best time to get in here. Squirrel is going to step forward, almost able to invade onto that camp from one of the Vikings. Talking Trees, also anchoring in this bird form, working at those level 1, those baseline stacks at 27 out of the 40 necessary still. Portal forward, Squirrel looking for the slows. Actually, so as I said, there's no subdue value. It's actually going to be the blessed momentum, so cooldown reduction on abilities. Just more condemns. All the condemns, all the shield glares. Tychus has one interrupt with the grenade over the wall. They do have that quarterback from level 1, so that range is going to help them get that grenade in. Vikings are going to try and get some soak out during all of this. The Olaf goes down first, but you still have Balog and Eric in the top lane. Valkyrie will just come out and pull in one member. Talking Trees gets the leyline C out just in time. Sylvanas with a big wailing arrow. I don't know if it connected onto anyone on the enemy side. Malfurion goes down first. Zero is trying to find some value here. Nathanatos on that. Olaf stays alive for now. Baz is trying to back off right now on this Tychus, and it's looking like the next channel goes over to the side of our blue team. Maka gets that channel for the team, and as I said, and I keep noting, the Medivh stacks 31 out of the 40 necessary, working their way up on that. So a 13 talent tier advantage. I tabbed out for 2 seconds, and Eric goes down. But this is actually a really, really good spot for our blue team to be in. They are shutting down the Viking value. I didn't look at the experience, but look at this right now. Minion experience is actually like 200 deficit. Like not even 200 deficit right now in the minion experience. But look at that heroic kills, 5,000 to 700-ish. That's absolutely insane. And the passive experience gain as well, just from our blue side. It's been very well played to mitigate the Viking value throughout this Garden of Terror game. Can the members of our blue team grab this? Let's go ahead and jump into the blue team comms. I want to hear how they set up into this and how they play into it.
Maybe you can wave bottom.
Yeah, I want to wave bottom here.
Yeah.
Right.
You wave bottom, and then we can play slow because they have to respawn to bottom
like
for sure. I'll get one top wave. I'll get one top wave.
I'm
It's kind of
multiple
huge.
just thinking about
Okay, yeah.
Tychus gonna stall from this side. He's gonna grenade from this side.
I see them. They're looking to push up like through here right now.
I'm very low now.
Yeah, we need healing trees. We got it. Sorry.
Okay, we got it.
Yep. Shot S5. Get one mid and then come top.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm coming up top here. I'm going circle, by the way. anyway, so if we clump
Cassie way out of position.
I'm way top, 5 seconds behind.
okay.
I
Joe's
got
looking
speed
good.
on Joe coming up.
Quick silence.
That's okay.
Take the portal, take the portal.
Take the portal.
Huge.
Beautiful.
Good job.
I'm very low.
That's okay.
Just
You
finish.
can step
So I
back.
just push.
Now, what did y'all think of those comms? Those are. It was the winning team, and they were winning off of everything, but it was really nice to hear how they were communicating. Take the portal. I'm low on healing. I need some healing. It's just very, very cool. I like the way that they've communicated to each other on the side of this blue team on Garden of Terrasar. Just making sure my zoom is correct, as we do have Garden Terror in the top lane, continuing to push in and find a lot of value. We might jump into those red team comms, but who knows? This could be, if blue team finds a kill or two underneath this keep in top lane, this could be GG's very quickly from our blue side. But the Garden Terror is falling rapidly through this top lane. Blue team wants to confirm the keep to be able to get themselves some consistent catapult pressure through this lane, and that's very, very good as they find the keep. The portal's available. R2G2 is able to back off. Zero is not able to get a sleep into the enemy team. Viv is looking for a root as well. Is the re-engage going to be happening? It looks like that's going to be the case. Blast Shield does come out from the Johanna Squirrel, sets up the kill into the Malfurion. There's going to be a Carrion Swarm out from Mal'Ganis, but they find themselves on the far side of this engagement alone again. Condemned from Johanna, pulls in Zero, just in case, is playing around the sleep that Night Rush does provide, and with a double kill, 1 kill into the Vikings as well, our blue team's looking to push off and go for core. The defense is just a Tychus and 2 Vikings, which you can see those Vikings now coming back into lane. And no, it's actually going to be the case of our blue team backing off and looking to just go ahead and get some siege pressure through each lane. Very well played and good comms coming out from our blue side. If it's applicable, we'll jump into the red comms later, but as I am learning, some of these, you know, not losing side, but back against the wall sort of side comms are a lot more quiet and focused, I guess you could say, rather than just, you know, calling out shots consistently. But we'll have to see what happens here. 16 talents here around the corner. Our red team is not out of this just yet, but the blue team has found kill after kill, and Medivh 1 stack away from finishing out their baseline quest. Not playing it super quick. We're 12 minutes in, but at the same time, if you don't die, you can't lose those stacks. So playing it safe and slow will work out eventually for Talking Trees. We hope. You never know. You absolutely never know, actually. There could be one big blow up and he never is able to push a single button and then ends up going down. We'll have to see if that's going to be the case. Just in case, speaking of, is going to be able to speed over here and help out R2G2 and Maka to be able to burn down this camp as the objective phase is coming out. Talking Trees. The time to feed. Oh, Balog goes down to Sylvanas. I wonder if the Vikings were trying to invade into the camp that was just grabbed, or if it was a quick rotation into the bottom lane to get the kill into the Vikings. Leyline Seal out from Medivh onto a few members. Molten Core from the Ragnaros. Medivh does finish out that baseline quest as I was mentioning beforehand. 16 talent use here for the side of the red team. Valkyrie pulls one of the enemy members into a root. That's a big sleep and a big kill into Medivh. He did finish his stack, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, the Vikings are gonna jump. Can they live right now? It's not going to be... No, it's actually going to be one Viking still living. A big lava wave through mid as Nathanatos has a full bar of healing over time, but doesn't get that immediately. The channel onto the objective will be through the blue side, and a lot of siege in through bottom lane is available as well. Our blue team looking to potentially take a second keep. They do force this wave. Maka's going to lock down the tower for a second. Commandeer Odin does come out from Tychus. Baz trying to force back this enemy team and save their keep while the fight does continue to break out in the bottom lane. Squirrel getting dove on by the Cassia. Little bit of high-fiving coming out from Lucio as you saw that unstoppable onto just about everyone. And in the end, the keep will go down in favor for the blue side. In the last couple minutes, a double keep play for our blue team, who are just pushing against these Vikings. And if I gotta be honest, this is a great showcase of how to deny Viking value consistently through... obviously kills. We can see right here 8,414 to the opposing side 2,465. Mercenary experience is very high. Minion, there is a deficit. It is going to be in favor for our red team, but you can see that offset of passive experience gain, structure. You're seeing that 71,000 to the 57,000 experience in total, and that should push our blue team into the 20 talent tier. We can take a peek at that right now as neither team would get the objective phase. Leyline Seal, Blessed Shield does come out. Lucio dives onto Viv and has the healing reduction from that level 20 high 5. Now we have Chase onto Baz, who goes down. Lucio continuing to put pressure into Death Strikes with the the rest of the team. A triple kill for the side of our blue team, and with that, and with double keeps down, I would expect this to be a quick rotation through the middle of the map. No, excuse me, through the top of the map to be able to go straight to core. Zero will do their best to defend against this with a few Vikings, but I don't think it's going to be the case. This is core starting to fall on the side of the red team rapidly. Shields are going to go down, and it's looking like game will go over to our blue team. Wailing Arrow comes out from Sylvanas. They want to confirm another kill on the side of this blue team. Maybe even another keep? No, it's not the case. The core will now be fully sieged by the blue side. Leyline Seal goes out once again because of that level 16 talent from Medivh with the Temporal Flux, and the Vikings are interrupted of the play it again just as the core goes down. GG, well played. Mockery, thank you for the raid. Let me resend your alert so everyone knows that it's you. Thank you for the shout out as well. The Last Mammoth, thank you for the follow during that game. Thank you, Mockery, for the raid. Very much appreciated. Thanks for getting some more eyes on these players. Wow, chat, you are so on point today. Chat has been on point with every single prediction.
You could give the best hugs.
Arcan, thank you for the follow as well.